This is the poison ivy rash I got on my foot from obviously stepping in poison ivy. This is the low-hanging branch of a red oak tree in my backyard. You see the pointy leaves? That's a red oak. I'm cutting right here. And now I have this stem and some leaves from an oak branch. Why am I telling you this with my poison ivy as the beginning of this video? Because this is the remedy. Okay, I just cut all the leaves and the tiny twigs off, put them in this bowl for later. I might throw a couple of these leaves in the pot too, but I'm gonna scrape the bark off of these twigs. Just scraping it right into that pot, because oak bark is one of the most astringent plants in the world. Highly, highly astringent. And what does astringency do to human tissues? It tightens and tones. It is also incredibly drying. I'm almost done, but one quick important key to remember here is you want living wood. You want this to be a branch that is still alive, because that's how the bark is still going to be alive, and a little more difficult to scrape and everything, but that's where all the medicine is, in the live bark. And yes, I did ask permission. I know that oak tree because it's in my backyard, so it didn't mind at all, but I always ask permission before I just start cutting things off of any tree. So I got all the bark off of those couple of twigs. I'm just breaking this up. I'm going to put some water in this pot. It's been going for a little bit. Let's strain it, okay? Folded up a paper towel. Dip it in there. This might feel a little better if you wait for it to cool down, but that's it. I just dipped a paper towel. You can do a washcloth or some kind of towel, and I'm just setting it there on the spot of poison ivy, and I'm gonna let it sit there for about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes tops. Let it soak in, okay? Just so you understand what's going on, oak bark is very, very high in tannins, which are an astringent. So they dry out the poison ivy, they dry out the bubbles and everything. And so instead of having the poison ivy rash last 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks sometimes, it's gonna dry it out. It's gonna suck all that stuff out and dry it out within about a week. You just keep doing this maybe 2 or 3 times a day, and it'll start drying right out. This is what it looks like, a nice dark tea. I'm gonna keep this in the fridge for up to 2 weeks until the poison ivy's gone.